Good morning, everybody. David, I'm a TI. I'm going to be sharing about manufactured chaos. This has been a crazy week for me, and this is what I had to sit back and read this information. I think everybody's got to read this, and I've done a video on this before. However, I'm doing a video on this again. It's never too late to read this information or rehash this information. So I really believe this information is important to be remind everybody of, especially how they erase our memories. Also at the end of this video, I've been talking about Codename Pretty Eyes if you watch me and how that picture of the dark web, that thing where they take pulls on target individuals that I keep saying that I couldn't show. Well, she posted it on Twitter and I saw it and I blew it up. So at the end, I'm going to show you the picture. It talks about the top pool categories of target getting the most bets placed for their life. It shows the picture of the pools actively open on the screen. So at the end, I will show that, but I want to focus on the task at hand. There's people want to do smear campaigns and all that, and it always bounces back on them. But I had a good friend who didn't take up for me in the smear campaign, and I confronted him, and I got blocked. And supposed to be a really good friend, but they didn't want to take up for me in the smear campaign because they were scared of losing the other person as a friend. So sometimes you got to weigh your options, and true friends are more important than people who just showed up. So all I did was express myself and got blocked. Um, I hope he comes to his senses on that and realizes how immature that was. Because, I would rather, and I tell people this all the time, speak your mind to me. Don't hold back. Because people who are being fake to your face, I'd rather somebody tell me how it is, tell me what I need to hear, not what I want to hear. Tell me how they feel instead of, don't sugarcoat for me because I don't like sugarcoat. I like the real deal. Tell me how you feel. Because I feel like if you share how you feel and you're real with somebody like I did this person, at least I don't have to guess how you're feeling. At least if I know if you have something on your mind, you're going to tell me. So anyway, manufactured chaos. This is very important, even for me. I have to remember this. This is very important to remember, y'all. Manufacturing chaos is one of the main way government contractors gain control over victim psyche. When you're too busy trying to defend yourself against the stalking and gaslighting and accusations and problems they generate, then you have less time to see reality for what it is. It's not just isolation, but a form of cognitive containment by sensory deprivation from normal relationships, conversations, and situations that are a part of daily life. This is why they target their victims heavily in church and social media to prevent victims from developing support networks. So they want to keep you from developing support networks so you can be isolated. Brain entrainment is more easy when you're isolated, don't have nothing to do, not a lot on your plate. You're just sitting there in isolation. The reality is that contractors use stalking, gaslighting to instigate crazy making arguments, trying to provoke you into emotional responses that can be remotely measured and integrated back into remote neural monitoring data while constantly discrediting you by repetitively sabotaging your daily activities. Your solution: remove yourself from the hamster wheel of chaos altogether. Ignore them. Sociopaths and psychopaths, and I need to follow my own rules sometimes. I think we all do. Sociopaths and psychopaths, informant provocateurs are notorious for something known as triangulation, pitting two or more people against one another. This is a way to provoke you into reacting when placed in a constant triangle of trouble. Opt out of the competition. Stay clear of the provocateurs, both tangibly, street theater, and electronically, such as cyber theater. Social media is where the provocateurs go to hunt new victims. Another tactic they used is called stonewalling. Stonewalling is achieved a way of conversational situational scenarios to create chaos, then immediately shutting down the conversational situation before victims have a chance to remedy the problem. So, you may, uh, some drama may be started and blah, 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 and you may be trying to confront it and you get blocked, stonewalled, because you don't get to tell your side of the story or respond to the person who's created the chaos. um, I know y'all know what I'm talking about. Um, so stonewalling, when a provocateur creates a problem or chaos in your life, then withdraws from the conversation or situation and refuses to address your concerns. The stonewalling manipulator may choose to outright ignore your request for help, respond with dismissive, invalidating replies, or evade responding appropriately altogether by giving vague responses that refuse to answer your original questions. Often, stonewalling and the silent treatment go hand in hand as the abuser refuses to speak to their victim for long periods of time. It works well with influence mapping and negative associate conditioning by targeting friends and family members of the targeted individual to turn them against the victim. A pattern of if I know that I influence mapping. So if I know that you're close to your mom and your mom loves Mountain Dew, this is just the best way I could put it, and a friend helped me determine how to put it this way. So if I know your mom loves Mountain Dew, drinks Mountain Dew all the time, then I'll start having the perps assign. I'll assign the perps, or AI will assign the perps, or whoever does it, to start drinking Mountain Dew every time they perp you. So then you're like, well, my mom's drinking Mountain Dew. She's a perp. So you see, they want to turn everything against you. I'm not saying your family's not perps at all, but what I'm saying is you got to watch out for that because they will take something like that, or it's just too hard. I'm going to try to think of a different way to explain it. Okay, so let me read this again. I'm not almost done. I got a couple more paragraphs. This is good information, though. Stonewalling and the silent treatment often go hand in hand as the abuser refuses to speak to their victim for long periods of time. It works well with influence mapping, negative associate condition by targeting friends and family members of target individual to turn them against the victim. A pattern of chronic stonewalling can be debilitating as research shows that receiving the cold shoulder and the silent treatment activates the same area of the brain that detects physical pain. Manufacturing chaos and stonewalling evoke excessive anxiety, fear, and a persistent sense of self-doubt in their victims. The sociopaths, hot-headed, and psychopaths, cold-blooded, thrive off the power and control they receive as they continue to pull the strings of the victim like a master puppeteer. So don't get caught into defending yourself and all that. Because most of the time, if your character's good, you'll have friends stick up for you. Um, and Lord knows I had plenty stick up for me. Government contractors use direct energy to deprive you of sleep, to keep you exhausted, and keep both your mind and body in a state of chaos so you cannot see clearly or act in ways that benefit your well being. Then they capitalize off the mistakes and poor decisions they force the target individual to make trying to function and survive each day. So I'm telling you what they do, uh, you know, uh, especially when the sleep deprivation hits. You really got to watch how you react, act, your choices you make during that period, because they want to keep you in a body a state of chaos, so you cannot see or clearly act in ways that benefit your well-being. Then they want to capitalize off the mistakes and poor decision they force the target individual to try to make to function and survive each day. So I'm trying to think of what I was going to say here. Government contractor drill. So what they do is they basically run the psyops and let you destroy yourself a lot of the time. Okay, during sleep, that's why it's important to be able to learn to see the psyop for what it really is, differentiate between the true and the false, because sometimes our minds, we get it wrong about people. We get it wrong about situations because we're so traumatized, we're thinking every situation's a setup. And sometimes it is. Sometimes it gets so bad that's true, but not all the time. During the sleep, the immune system performs a host of vital, regenerative functions that are absolutely necessary for a healthy mind and body in awakened life. When a person is deprived of sleep, the immune system becomes unable to perform these functions. The negative effects become more and more intense when people are harassed and attacked daily, already sick, injured, or traumatized. Whatever bodily damage they have suffered will not heal as fast. Whatever pain they are feeling will get worse. Whatever new bodily or psychological damage threatens them will be harder to defend against. Forcibly depriving a person of sleep is a profound assault on the entire biological system at the foundation of that person's mind and body. Manufactured chaos allows the informant provocateurs to keep you on the hamster wheel of trying to figure out their intentions and next move, continuously second guessing yourself. They try to train you to question what you did wrong rather than holding them accountable for their actions. They convince you that setting boundaries or expressing discomfort with their disturbing antics is the problem rather than their behavior. Informant provocateurs are well known for a tactic known as baiting. They deliberately provoke you so that you emotionally react and swallow their blame shifting hook, line, and sinker. When you fall for it, the sociopaths and psychopaths go to great lengths to create circular conversations that go nowhere. They use these conversations as a space for their stalking, gaslighting, and emotional invalidation and false projection. In their warped reality, they are not at fault. Their tactics also work to disarm you and exhaust you to the point where you're unable to fight back, defend yourself, or engage in self-care. Before I close this video, I'm going to show you the picture. I told you I would show you and read some out of this book, what they say about this. This is the picture shared in Pam Austin's code name Pretty Eyes. Okay. Now, see, it says they have top pull categories of targets getting the most bets placed for their life. They have tabs on the site for streams, DVDs, active pull. See, streams, DVDs is right there. You can't see it because it's blurry. Active pulls, underwear. Just like she said in the book, face cast. Trophies is right there. Request, vintage. Under each target's picture, it shows current pull amount for that target. Current pull. Okay? They're stalking, kidnapping, mocking, torturing, raping, snuff films rooted their death. These gang stalkers who young age were warped in their minds. Under the picture, the target's looking as young as, sometimes young as 3 years old. It tells whether pull for them is open or closed. So, anyway, I wanted to show you that picture. She claims target individuals are also being put in these pools. Very messed up stuff. You see top pulls right here. And you can only see a little bit when I upload it. So somebody has sent this to her in any way, and I'm gonna see if I can try to interview her, if I can get in touch with her. So anyway, God bless all TIs. I hope y'all have the best weekend you can have as a TI. Remember, don't react. Stay in prayer if you're a Christian. Read the Bible. Say Psalms out loud. 91 and 109 are very powerful. So God bless all TIs.